What's going on, y'all? Bishop Brigante. Welcome to another episode of Risk and Rewards. This is the show where we talk to some of your favorite personalities about some of the risks they've taken in their career to get where they are today. And right now, it's an honor. He's been at the top of my list when it comes to this battle rap culture, when it comes to listen, please, Loaded Lux, man. What's going on, Lux?
Everything healthy. Bishop,
Everything's healthy.
Be in your God thoughts, bro.
Bro, I had to put on the gray ends hoodie today.
Hey!
To represent. This is the gray hoodie interview, you know what I'm saying? How you been, man?
Yeah. Yo, King, oh man, blessed to have you, bro. I'm blessed to share this conversation with you, this cipher, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You always been tapped in. I remember you came to the battle with Arsenal I had, man. You was right there. That was the moment. It was definitely dope, man. It was a wonder to look over and see you in tune. So that was crazy.
Yo, I've been like, I'm saying like back to the days, you know, the Lion's Den, back to the days of the Smack DVDs, when you first squared off with Mook, you know what I mean? A lot of people, you know, we hold Mook at a, you know, right there.
Yeah.
That same regard. But man, I remember something different, and some of just the way you put it together from way back then.
Oh.
And it's been, like I said, man, I've never had a problem with very loud saying, yo, that's my top guy right there. So I'm really happy to have you on here, man. And you know, I wanted to ask you a question to start off. How does it feel? I was talking about this with Solomon the other day. How does it feel to know that for so long in this culture, you've been considered the last boss in battle rap? You know what I mean? It's like culturally around the world, if somebody was ever dope or anybody was getting any steam, it was always said, but he ain't ready for Lux though. Or is he ready for Lux though? Like, that's gotta be like, I mean, it's a blessing, but like, it's a heavy crown, right?
Yeah, no, it's an honor. Actually, you know what I mean? That because you know, just to see the fruits of your labor, so to speak, that the people though, and that's what makes it even more an honorary thing, that the people would hold us in that regard. You know, I'm passionate about showing up the work and doing good work that inspires, that people can take and extract different things from it, you know what I mean, to associate with whatever it is that they do on a daily. If it inspires them to be a little bit more consistent in whatever area or lane that you're in, that's when I get that feedback, especially from the people. You can't put no cut on that. You know what I'm saying? That's truth. That's the heart of it. And yo, it's like I said, man, it's the one thing that gives me my incentive to always stay passionate in terms of the culture, the craft though. You know, I'm a craftsman with this thing, and you know that in that alone, yo, man, it's you can't even the level of excitement that and joy that it brings me, bro. I can't even put it into words. It's otherworldly. Like it's
yo, absolutely. Do you ever get like, do you ever miss being like kind of like the guy that sets it all up, like from Lion's Den and stuff? Do you ever miss that part? Or do you like you like being the talent?
You know what? I start to find it's a happy medium with it nowadays, because I'm finding in it all is just the level, it's execution. You know what I'm saying? From the commencement of an idea and to carry it all the way through to the finish line. You understand? So I look at in any main idea that whatever, let my inspiration be my vehicle. And in that, if it helps me to increase my focus, to be more in tune to what I'm doing and carry it from point A to Z, I now that's the heart of it. So whether you say, yo, Lux, you got to craft this verse or these verses or these rounds, or yo, we putting together production, I find the same joy in it, in the same principles and different things or factors that it takes to, like go out there and perform well. Right. So that's where I'm at right now. I find it being one and the same. So whatever it is, I know I got to put my hard hat and my boots on and, we got to walk, baby.
A lot of people, like, a lot of new fans don't know about how responsible you are for a lot of the greats getting their, their first shots and stuff. And that alone is like, something to be saluted for.
But that was my love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I recognized what the culture was doing for me and how it kept me sharp and kept me like just willing, you know what I'm saying? And looking forward to the next move. And so in that, you take a responsibility because you love the culture so much and you coming through it and, it's feeding you and giving you a platform. You got to maintain it though. You know what I'm saying? And with doing that, I learned what it truly is to have a voice and to have a platform. Now people may subscribe to these, to your platform in it. What are you doing with it though? What are you doing to give back to something that's giving you so much? And in that regard, I wanted to find the best of the best and those that I knew could help to heighten the playing field, So it was just love for me, man. I just loved it. I'm just going. Sometimes you go through it, Bishop. You know what I'm saying? Like how you doing right now. You're gonna look back on some of these game tapes, and it's just so much knowledge and information. Everybody get interviewed that you're giving the world. You know what I'm saying? And they probably won't even notice it until wow, just you being there and getting it done and doing what you're doing has given us so much to go off of. You know what I mean? It's like you can't put a price tag on this, but I know I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Likewise. Absolutely. Matter of fact, you know what else people forget about? Because I get in arguments, bro. Like I said, when you're at the top of somebody's list, and because of how subjective battle rap is, and how everybody, because battle rap is very, like, the discussion is the barbershop discussion where everybody's got their favorites, right? But you know what people really forget too? They forget your 106 in Park run, bro.
Oh yeah.
They forget like I don't understand how they can forget that, because I mean, once the show was over, like once it's over, but man, what a run! Like that was the first real run where it was like, yo, everything you said was so. You just like that was the best run on 106 in Park. Period.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah. Shout out to Big Sis Jazzy Joyce, man. She wanted to challenge me. I never forget. Right when the battle dropped on Smack with me versus Miles. After that, and that's the birth of the gray hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that part. And like right after that, she was like, this is good. I'm loving the skill, but I need you to be on a platform where more people can see you. And it was just the challenge of her saying, oh, well, yeah, you can do that, but can you do that here on this stage? And you can't curse, you can't do that. But I want to see you still give up that performance the way you do, but over here. And when I look back at it, it was a grand thing because it brought those that were tuned into how we did it on those DVDs to know that, this thing is still moving with me with whatever space we go into, and that my presence there, it gave people the insight to even look back at certain things from whence we came. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I mean? We was taking the platform and the culture with us everywhere we was going, and it was a beautiful thing because it allowed more eyes to really tune close in the battle rap
around the world. I mean, I did a couple 106 in Parks, and when I came home, red carpet was rolled out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I still get people hitting me up about it to this day. Like I don't think people really understand how massive 106 in Park really was. And to have a run like you did, crazy.
Yeah, no, that was I caught that Terrence and Roxy run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that was on that stage. You know what I mean? And it was like, everybody was coming up at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember all of that. I remember when Roxy first got damn, what issue was that? Where they showcased her. Dang. She was so excited about it though. Like to the point where when I came that week, she showed me. And like Terrence was getting on and doing some other things. So it was just crazy to see how you come through the ranks with your A-likes, you know what I mean? And that was the beautiful thing. That's why I see the build and I see the growth and I see how everything we do, rising tides floats all boats, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah, man, that was the one, man.
So after the 106 run, that was the break, right? Because you was putting out music, like that was the break.
Yeah, that's when we went and did the right at the 106, we really went and did music. We got into the Lindzen and we really started scouting for dope talent, you know what I'm saying? This is how you get the Midwest movement. This is where people didn't know dudes in St. Louis rap like really rapped, you know what I'm saying? And elsewhere and so on and so forth. It was like, yo, we put the beacon out there. Like, you getting busy, man. You got to show up with us. Like just that's what I mean by having a voice or having a platform. It's like, you know, you're gonna build or destroy with it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing. When I came up off that 106 and Park run, my name had went to another degree. You know what I mean? I can't front, man. That 106 or this TV, period, that medium, you know what I'm saying? And it goes out there, man, people will really recognize. And that allowed for us to bring more people into the sport. And when you think about battle rap, man, I tell you, man, there's nothing like the education that battle rap gives as far as your perspective. Or you have to, I always tell people, in order to be entertained, you have to be learning, or you have to be putting it together just to, and be involved with it. So I never took that for granted to know, yo, we're gonna always be building minds just with just people wheels turning on, yo, did you get that? Did you catch it? You know what I mean? So this allows for the growth. Mental growth is happening, even just in entertaining yourself. I love that. And yeah, man.
Is there any battles? Is there any battles from the Lindzen that nobody's seen that you've got vaulted that would probably be a good NFT today? Like, what is there anything that nobody's, like, any missing battles?
I think it might have been something with it might have been one with Conceited. That's and because Conceited first showed up on the Lindzen for real, like as far as being, because I remember, I never forget, Mook brought him through. And he battled, and it Fox was there too. I know they rapped together. They was, I think at the time they was teammates with the Suns movement and everything. So he had battled rest of soul, a dude named Tyshawn. I'll never forget, man, dude from the Bronx. He was just fire. He was on the come up. We had a clip of him on there, and I think they had went at it a little bit too behind the scenes. And I forgot why. I think because the performance Conceited had when he first showed up was just dynamic. Like, he was just going. Like, if you go back and look at that old Lindzen footage, he was going. Like, and it was just so dope. I said this would be a great introduction for him to the world. But they, I think, went back and forth as well, and that might be still voted in the archives as well. Jeez. Yeah, that one. That
one. So you sitting on some gold mines.
Yeah, and it's still some other ones too. Sure, I may have some Head Ice joints, and then you gotta think we did the joint with Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, and Rakim that night. And all of those battles didn't make it. You know what I mean? So it was still some joints that, man, we had some moments.
That's a classic moment right there.
Yeah, yo. I couldn't even believe that. Yo, shout out to, because Redman came that day, Styles was there that day. There was still some other dudes that was in, because shout out to Big Bro Kid Capri, who helped bring that whole thing together. It was, we had some moments that day. That was monumental. Like, and that was that Black Star. So,
True.
Yeah.
See that? Yo, listen, I'm bringing it up because I'm tired of people forgetting. I'm documenting it. I want it to be spoken about because they be forgetting from the smack shit to the 106 to the Lions. They got to know about it. They can't. They can't just, like, when you said, I'm starting to think that y'all thought I was a myth. Like, they.
Yeah.
I'm tired of them saying, tell Lux come outside. Lux been outside. Lux created outside. They talking about, bro. It's crazy.
So dirty, Mr.
You know what I'm saying? And then
I can't do that.
I'll do it. And then we're gonna talk about when you came back. When you came back.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The whole production.
The whole production, right? No, and listen, this is risk and rewards, man. So like, right. Hey, man, I gotta say that this was one risk right here.
Is this the good one? Hold on. I'm gonna ask it. Yeah. I want to ask officially, so I stay on my game. Loaded Lux, yes, Gray sir. Hoodie Lux.
That's him.
Tell us a risk that you took where the outcome was a positive come up, man.
I must say Summer Madness 2, Loaded Lux versus Calico. That was a heck of a risk.
Wow.
Especially with the time frame that I had to do it in. And I'm glad I went with my gut. Like it was, I don't know, bro. It just, you just know. It's like an axiom, but you can't explain why you know this. We gotta do this. Like,
right.
Bro, it was divine intervention if I ever had moments like this.
The way we did that. The whole production, like nobody's ever seen anything like that in battle rap. Like I'm saying like bring, and I mean, you kept that going. And, I always thought it was dope because everything that you did it was a theme, and it was also the theme. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring some cast. You actually had it tied in to the bars. And
bro, the funeral arrangements from the door when we shot a clip of it. I never forget that going like viral through the battle rap community when we went to the airport, went to the grave, was picking out the casket for Calico, the whole thing.
Yeah, the hearse out there.
Bro, we had the hearse in the front. The obituaries. I might get NFT one of them joints. Yo, I wrote everything that's in the obituary. From talking about the whole lifestyle, word for word, everything in that obituary was custom.
That might be a crazy NFT.
Yeah. Let's go.
That might be a crazy NFT right there.
Yo, bro. Yeah, we wrote the obituaries. You know what I'm saying? The whole, the widowers coming through. All that was done. We was 2 weeks out. I never forget from the battle. And yeah, we was 2 weeks out. I remember August 19th that took place.
Everybody. Oh, so that's coming on what year was that? So August 19th.
2012. Yeah, we might be coming on the anniversary next year.
Is that 10 years?
Yeah, it'll be a 10-year anniversary next year. Hey, yo, I still got the casket too.
Wow.
We might got to do something special with that.
Wow.
Yeah, King.
You might have to auction that off.
We might got to, man. We might got to. Just for the culture.
Right after that battle, I mean, even when you were standing on that stage, and that was a really large crowd. It was your return. I mean, the energy must have been crazy overwhelming.
Bro, Buster was there, Puff was there.
I felt like they just wanted to hear you go. Like they just wanted to hear you go.
Yeah. No.
It's like you said, it's almost starting to be like you was starting to come off like you were a myth, bro. The way they talked about you, I'm telling you, man, when you went right when you started going into your bag, it was like, yo.
Yeah. No,
you had Jay-Z quoting you. You had Jay-Z quoting you. Didn't he tweet about you? Didn't he say you're gonna get this word?
Yes. He said that. Oh shoot. He said, y'all gonna get this work. Ha ha ha. Like, I think that was the quote verbatim. Yeah, that's a fact. Wow. Yo, that's why I say it was divine intervention. Because from the premise of that, from the very premise, the way it was just like I was like on a yellow brick road, bro. Like I was compelled to move in the way I was moving. You know what I'm saying? I was like led to the point where like, yo, God wanted that to be, he needed that to be seen, needed that to be heard. And that's the beautiful thing, what I love about the script, the culture, man. It's like, I get to have those conversations that are really impactful in terms of just life, you know what I mean? And like almost getting revelation to like everything that is. And I think that's the beauty of when you fall in love with your craft.
Right.
That's what allows me to take those risks. You hear me? It's like people can't see it. You know what I mean? It almost to the point where you, if not so in tune, you question yourself. And this is what makes it a risk. You're saying, yo, there's so much resistance that's up against your ideas. But it was just an overwhelming feel, bro. And I just say that to anybody in your respective fields, like whatever you're doing, when you know it and that feeling overcomes, you're gonna be met with those things that you question. You know what I mean? Whether can I do it? Yeah. Will it be done? You know, these they come with the territory, you know? Yeah. But this is where you know it makes warriors, you know what I mean? Adversity creates progress. This is the heart of what it is, man. And you knowing like, yo, I'm not sure, but I got this great feeling that is, and it's the commitment to that feeling, bro. That's what I did, man. We was 2 weeks out, but I felt like, yo, it had to be done. Like, there's no other way.
That third round on 2 weeks?
Bro, listen, no bullshit. I was 2 weeks out from creating that whole thing, and the whole third round was wrote in 2 weeks. That's a fact. That's on everything. At the same time the ideas was hitting, I was on that round, bro.
If I'm not mistaken, that might have even started the wave of like that real talk.
That real talk. Yo, bro, I don't listen. I can't.
I'm saying it, bro. I'm saying it.
Okay.
I'm saying it because that might be the moment when it was like, yo, because like there's been a few talk to him, but that was a real talk to him.
Yeah. That was
might have started that wave because everybody trying to get that third round now. That third round talk to him.
You hear me?
Yo, they gonna kill me. Hey, listen, I'll go in any barbershop and have this argument. They gonna kill me though. You know how the culture is, bro.
That's a snap with top fact. But truth is truth, man, and that's why we do it, man. You know when they say the truth will set you free. Yo, man, God got a playbook, baby, and listen. That's His script, man.
Yo, let's flip the coin though. Let's flip the coin. Lux, tell us a risk that you've taken that didn't work out. It wasn't the one. It wasn't a good move.
I'll say the risk that I took that I did. I was like, oh no, that was no good. I could say me versus Verb. My third round against Verb. I didn't like the risk I took there. But let me say this. I only say it didn't come out or pan out because of me being on the fence with it. And here's why I say, you know me, it's a breadcrumb for any and all of us. I love to say it's artists, and everybody has their thing to do while they're here to execute, you know. You got to be so sure, bro. You got to be in the heart of what you're doing. And this is where, you know, truth sets you free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like I was straddling the fence. I was like, could maybe, and my commitment to it made it more of me being mindful of the risk than the reward. So I'm so on, that all the energy I could have put into it being successful was hindered because I was thinking about the risk more. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that part right there, you know what I'm saying? Had I been coming in there with that confidence, like, I know this is gonna hit, because when that's what made the Calico drink.
Right.
We were so confident about it, we showed up, suits on, the whole way. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's where you gotta keep up that thing with you, no matter how you go in it. Like, you gotta stay headstrong, heart strong on what it was, and that part made it more of a risk when I went into it with Verb on that third round. And look, both being third round situations, right?
Right. Wow.
But it shows you
Loaded Lux's best risk and worst risk is all to do with the third round.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But no, it's good. It's good they need to see it like that, because I think this is what makes champions. You know what I'm saying? It's that mindset. It's how can Jordan play like he played in Game 6 with the flu, all of that. Like, what does that? What activates that greatness in you? And I feel that's a conversation with self that you have to walk. They say all knowledge is rumor till it lives in the body. You have to be it. You can't, you know what I mean? You gotta become it. So in that space is what even makes it, you know what I mean, a risk or more of a reward. And I think that's the transmutation, where the risk becomes the reward. It's because you surmount. You went through it. You didn't take no shortcuts. You didn't cut corners. You did it the whole way through, to the point where it stops looking like a risk to you. All you see is the reward. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the ones I didn't cross the threshold. You know what I mean? I straddled the fence a little bit with that one. So
let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anybody? I'm pivoting now.
Okay.
Was there anybody prior to yours that inspired you to lose your fucking mind on Funkmaster Flex? Like, was there somebody where you're like, yo, okay? Because there was a shift when it went from like, okay, everybody's gonna get up here and rap like a normal freestyle thing.
Right.
Something happened. I believe for me, the first person that really shifted it was my son.
Facts.
My son.
That's when it became a thing. Like, okay, we up here. We now you ain't just coming up here.
We having conversations.
Your promo on.
Yeah.
Now you coming up here looking at what everybody did. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget, Mike's definitely set it off, right? And then because Flex had been asking like after the Mike's joint, right? But I never forget. And it's so funny because, you know, that was the first show, and I remember you was at one of my battles, you know what I'm saying? And it was the Arsenal one, right? Mm-hmm. So check what happened. So after we did the Arsenal joint, I never forget, JC had tweeted something. And JC said he was talking dirty. He said something crazy. And I been talking dirty. Re-sparked the Volume series in Smack. Nobody ever said it, but I'm going to just say it. I'm going to put it out there because I remember the conversation and I remember my history. And I will never forget, because we came in there on the Kung Fu Kenny type of thing. We walked in there like that, right? And JC said he had said something slick. And I said, yo, listen, true story, man, I don't need none of this shit. You can meet me in the room, just me and you. I don't need none of the hoopla, the costumes. I don't need to do none of that. It could just be me and you in a room, and let's see what happens. So look, my inspiration, because he said that, I felt so compelled right after that battle. I like, oh nah, like they think it's crazy because I had did Talk Dirty the first part one at the same time that I was critiquing for the Arsenal battle. So here I'm jumping. I'm doing records, then I'm jumping to write for a battle. I'm writing for the battle, then I'm jumping in the records. So my mode is going back and forth. You're not just getting all the way me. Right. So when that happened, I was split. I was conflicted. But when I finished the battle, I never forget. I'm like, oh, nah, they really think it's sweet. All right. And he said what he said. I said, yo. And Flex, you know, it was the only other platform that I could get to real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know what I mean? And I never forget, I did Flex like 2-3 weeks later after we finished the Arsenal joint. I ran in there. I said, yo, let me get busy. Because, I was just tight that he even was saying what he was saying. You know what I mean? I will say,
so that's who inspired that shit?
Yeah, that's crazy. He said what he said right after I came with the Arsenal battle. I said, man, you could just put me and you in a room for real, we could get busy. I mean, I think that re-sparked the Volume shit. And then, Mice had went before, you know what I'm saying? So you knew Mice everybody was going crazy after the Mice freestyle. Like, he got busy up there. So we from that cloth. If I come through, man, I got to come through. And then, from there, I think, I got Black Thought a little inspired. I got Black Thought a little inspired. I think I did. Like, artists that never say, but all artists, we look at one another. We all look. Like, we always 100%. See what's going on.
It's inspiration. If somebody goes nuts on anything, it's got to motivate you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what the whole conversation was about, the whole Royce situation, when he was saying about RJ Payne and Ransom, when they were saying that they were the best.
Yeah.
He was trying to spark conversation about, being intentional, and then, like, why, and trying to inspire that I mean, that shit blew up and went,
right.
It went everywhere else but where it was supposed to go. But you know what I mean? And I know you was putting batteries in some backs. Because I was gonna take your bet, bro. If you was gonna bet against the bro, I was gonna take that bet. Because I know I saw what you said.
Yeah. Nah, listen. Steel always sharp as steel.
Exactly.
So I be thinking about all of us in our different respective spaces. So, like, we got versions of ourselves that we've never seen. Right. And if we could do that for one another to challenge each other to get there, I think this is what battling is about. Steel sharp as steel all the time, King. You know what I mean? So I love our culture, man. I love all the craftsmen, man.
Same.
You know what I'm saying, included, like everybody who has picked up a pen and really, you know, did some deep thought and added their 2 cents to the culture. I love it. I love all y'all. Y'all all fed me. You know what I mean? Like one point or another that give me the inspiration to do this work. And I feel like when we doing that for each other, we keeping each other healthy, man, respectively. You know? So yeah.
Absolutely. I got one more question for you, King.
I'm with you, King.
Do you have any legacy matches left? Because I know, I mean,
yeah.
it's not a question about if, it's just a matter, it's up to you. Like, do you have a couple matches left for your legacy personally? Not just what the fans want.
Yeah, it's more so not even my dream matchup. It used to be somewhat but now, like for the last few years, it's been my Virgo brother Nas, man.
Wow.
Like if I had a shot of, let me say this, either Nas or Black Thought. I feel like them two would
what?
Yeah. They penmanship. Yeah. I would love, because this is the thing. When you see potential, when you not even like I can read the line. Like when you listen to an MC or you listen to any artist, you know what I'm saying? There's a energy space that wherever they went to go get it, you can tune into it and be in the space of it. So I don't know, I could read the range. So I picture certain artists in that space. I know what I got to do to go to be a certain version when it comes down to the fight, when I got to get there. So I try to imagine, if Nas had to do a battle, like we had to do battle, and where his mind, as much work as he's done over the years to impress upon us and give us that joy that we've heard Nas, but has he ever really been pushed to go further? This is not just doing a record, you know, and speaking your thought. I mean, it intensifies when you gotta go write an ether. When Nas takes off months and go get in his space and say, and you see the impact that did.
Right.
When Nas goes and sits down and like really gets in that thought. So I imagine Nas in the space to knowing, yo, I'm shooting, but somebody's shooting back at me like this. So I'm trying to picture his mind in warfare. You understand me? Wow. So I picture a Black Thought with the level of penmanship that he can go to, but in warfare. You know,
hey,
this
be careful,
life
man.
on the line.
Be careful, man. Black Thought will come outside. I feel like Black Thought will come outside.
I'm hoping. This is what I know. I'm looking at the best of the best.
Facts.
You know, in the culture, in the dudes and penmanship. So I look at Royce, respect Royce, Lupe, respect his penmanship. Like all of these dudes that I came up on, and they fed me over. I imagine them in those spaces where it really counts, your life on the line. Like, what version of them are we gonna get at that point? And how much the culture would be fed at that point? This is my claim to fame, for real. For us to be in the best versions of ourselves that we could possibly be. This is where I came.
Man, that's a crazy plank to walk, man.
Who you telling?
That's
Who you telling?
Crazy plank to walk.
But
Black Thought Nas, that's when they see this headline, Loaded Love says, Black Thought and Nas come outside.
That's what's up. Like, I know, bro. This is what I live. I just want all of us to be great, you know?
Yeah.
People say what's good all the time. Well, what's great, you know?
But that wouldn't be, so me now, like envisioning those matches, right? Like a possibility out of those two. I see you being, I see that those kinds of battles being like, yo, it's just bar for bar. It's not so much battle, like tear down, you know, what a lot of battle rap is. It's more like we're going skill for skill.
Yeah.
Kind of like how it was back in the days where you pulled up on the block, you pulled up on your ends, you had to have 10 rounds because homeboy that's pulling up, he got 10 rounds and I got to be better than him because that's what every rapper been a battle rapper, just maybe not, you know, being so direct.
To this level of warfare.
Right.
This is what I know.
Do you feel like if you got a chance to lock horns with either of those two, it would be more of a more of a display of ability, or do you still think it would still be warfare?
No, definitely ability, because they're gonna have to show their range. I mean, we all got to show our range.
Right.
It's just having that added incentive to go there.
Right.
That part, that's why I say, how do people live with their life on the line though? Like, and you being really aware of it. It's like that, what does the dude on his dying bed really want? What he really wishes for at that space, at that point? Life, your life really matters when it almost gets took from you. Now you have a whole nother thing about living. Every day count. Not that it said it didn't always.
Right.
But now you being aware of it, you putting that in that space. Hold on. I'm a whole different man with that. So that's it, and it's just, look, respectfully, that these type of challenges makes us all great. And if we're not trying to be the best versions of ourselves, it's like, what you spending all your time doing here. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You get that shot, to be great. And I always try to be in spaces that force me to, you gotta go and be more. You gotta dig a little deeper. That's not enough. We need more. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just the challenge, because I know what it does for us, our vitality, you know what I mean? And that, whatever way to live, bro. Whatever way to live,
exactly.
That's my thing.
Yo, Lux, listen, I am so happy that, you were able to be on here on the show.
Yo, it's a great show, bro. And it's a great question. Like, risk and reward. That's what matters. What fuels your mission? This is a beautiful thing you're doing, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And every story's different. Everybody's situation is different. And I get to learn, and I get to share that with the world as best I can. And
it's healthy, bro. It's healthy.
It's healthy.
You know what I mean?
Man, hey, what's your website for? I could put it on here for everybody to get some merch and stuff.
IamLoadedLux. You know what I'm saying? That's even on my social media, just so I can make it simple. I am Loaded Lux all across the board: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? The website. We got merch, and we keep
easy to find.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even. Again, I can't even front. I'm really happy to have you on this episode, and I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to your next clash, your next song, your next freestyle, all the shit. Harlem.
You know the way.
Repping. A-Train. Hey, listen.
Yeah, King.
You know what it is. Hey, listen, thank you so much for being here. This has been another episode of Risk and Rewards, man. Lux, thank you again, man. Salute.